Hello, strong shorties. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna go over realistic fat loss and muscle gain in 12 weeks time for petites. What kind of results can you expect to see? And also, how can you accurately calculate your plan for success so you're not causing diet fatigue or making your plan so restrictive that you end up quitting and never seeing the results that you're trying to get? So, if you are new here, I myself also struggled to beat skinny fat for years, literal years. And it was really because a lot of misinformation at that time, but also trying to follow diet hacks, cardio routines, and low impact resistance training like yoga, hot yoga, and Pilates. However, I was able to ultimately change my physique from this to this using a very simple framework. And simple does not mean easy, you guys. Transforming your figure, building muscle, and losing fat will never be easy. There is no hack to building muscle and getting lean and toned. So let's talk realistic weight loss in 12 weeks. First, ladies, there are a lot of influencers who are pushing rapid weight loss in 8 or 10 weeks time. I want you to be mindful of a few things whenever you are seeing this type of content. Number one, those ladies tend to have built a lot of muscle mass on their frame already. This means that whenever they actually go through a calorie deficit, they have a higher calorie amount to start with, which means they can create a larger calorie deficit so that they can see that rapid weight loss in a short period of time. They can handle a 400 to 600 calorie deficit so that they can see results quickly, or it brings them down to a very lean shape because they didn't have a high body fat percentage to begin with. Maybe they had got through a bulk and they had maybe been hovering around 20% body fat, and for them they're trying to get back down to like 17 or 18% body fat, when a lot of you may be starting at like 25% or 30% body fat. For us shorter women, especially, if we have not been properly resistance training, we have not built enough muscle mass on our frame, it's very unlikely we'll be able to actually handle a large calorie deficit. Reason number two, they've done it before. They have succeeded previously, so it's highly likely that they will succeed again and again. So they may take several cycles to get down to a point of leanness that you are achieving, and you may be misconstruing it as a one-time fat loss phase, when in reality a lot of these fitfluencers have done multiple phases of building muscle, losing fat, go back into building muscle and losing fat until their desired leanness. But really, it's because they've succeeded, it becomes a positive feedback loop for them so that they are just at a higher chance of seeing success. They understand what foods they need to eat. They understand what they need to pick out at the grocery store. They understand probably how to meal prep and have meal prepping down really well. They understand how to balance their plate, and they can probably do it a lot more intuitively at this point, meaning maybe they are counting calories and macros, but at this point in time for them, they really understand where their fats, their protein sources, and their carb sources are coming from. And they just don't have to put as much of that initial upfront effort to see those kind of results. Whereas you, if you are doing this for the very first time, or maybe it's your second time, this is a learning curve. You're going to make mistakes, and these habits are probably going to be a lot harder for you to start to implement. It doesn't mean that it's a lost cause at all. Trust me, we all make mistakes in the beginning. If you just continue trying and going for it, eventually it will become easier, and you'll have to think about those things less. But you're most likely going to get there if you are successful the first or second time around. So we need to make sure that your plan is sustainable and approachable so that it is successful for you. The third thing to keep in mind, they either have more freedom in their schedule, or they are just extremely dedicated and love fitness, or they're doing it for money, and that's fine. I have no problem that they're doing it for money whatsoever. But all of these things point to they will fit in their fitness routine no matter what. This means that they can stick to high activity levels and add in a lot of cardio if they need to, or add in a high step count, or exercise very frequently, like 5 or 6 times a week, to meet that quick weight loss goal. You may be at the peak of your career. You may have just given birth. You may have 4 children to take care of, or you just don't love exercising. And you have to remember that the fitness influencers love exercising. They are choosing to do it either out of passion or career choice. And a lot of them have great genetics. There are plenty of people who are into fitness who are not famous because their physiques do not look a certain way, despite putting in all of the same hard effort that these fitness influencers are doing, and probably more effort and working out to a smarter degree. It is not your job to be a fitness model, so please don't ever forget that whenever you're considering your own journey. Okay, now that that's out of the way. So, to lose weight and build muscle effectively in 12 weeks' time, we first and foremost need to set out a realistic weight loss goal. Do not use an online calculator like this one. Where these types of calculators go wrong is asking you how much weight you want to lose and how quickly do you want to lose this weight. It is allowing you to pick the time frame for weight loss. Unfortunately, this ends up being a lot of trouble because most of you are trying to lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time. This means that your initial calorie deficit is going to be much larger. And it's not your fault. It's just that you have been told over and over and over again that you should have this amazing physique transformation in 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. So if you are trying to lose like 20 pounds in 8 or 10 weeks, it's going to bring your calorie amount down to a very low calorie amount, especially for petites, in order to try to get you that much fat loss in a short time frame. Of course, whenever you bring your calories down so low, consistency then becomes an issue because you start to feel famished. So you probably just keep derailing your diet because you are so hungry. You end up in a pattern of restricting, binging, restricting, binging. And so you never see true progress. Instead, I like to use a calculator similar to this. This is better. It bases your plan off of the rate of weight loss, and it is more transparent about what that looks like. And so whenever you look here, you can see which option might actually be a little bit more realistic for you. So it spit out a couple numbers for me. If I wanted to aim for 1/2 pound of weight loss per week, this is what my calorie deficit should be. If I wanted to aim a little bit higher and up to 1 pound of weight loss, then this is what my calorie deficit should be. And you need to be realistic with yourself and ask yourself, is this a goal I can actually stick with? Be mindful, eating 1,200 calories per day for most people is really actually restrictive, and it is really difficult to eat so few calories. So I recommend trying not to go below 1,400 calories. Of course, this will be dependent on many, many factors. I am just letting you know, as a gal who's been tracking for a long time, trying to eat under 1,400 calories a day is extremely difficult. Whenever you are picking your calorie target, you should not be starving. That is a bodybuilder diet for contest prep. As a woman just trying to tone up, build muscle, lose a little bit of fat, and be healthy and just appreciate your body, you do not need this type of extreme calorie restriction. I think a lot of people really misunderstand because this is what fitness accounts show you. They show you these ultra lean physiques, and a lot of those people are bodybuilders or they follow bodybuilder-esque plans where they are trying to be the best of the best. And in order to do that, they are following really low calorie diets, but it is their chosen profession, their chosen sport. And us women, us normal women, do not need to follow plans like that. Now, you will feel a little bit hungry at times. That is normal whenever you are in a calorie deficit. But we just don't want to be starving to the point where we keep causing these binges and then we restrict and then we binge because it's too much. We are too famished. We are too hungry. And also, you just simply don't want to undercut your health. If you are just consistently under eating, you are depriving yourself of essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals, and you're putting your health at a much greater risk. We don't want to do this. Okay, small interruption. If you are a woman under 5'5" who is ready to build muscle, see fat loss so that you can tone up and lean out, in 6 months, you can apply to my coaching program that is designed specifically for petite women like you. Just use my application link in the description below. So for petite specifically, my recommendation is to aim for a weight loss rate of 0.5 pound up to 1 pound of weight loss per week. So what I mean is, on average, week to week, the scale should be budging about 0.5 pound up to 1 pound per week. It honestly isn't always going to actually be 0.5 pound this week, 0.5 pound that week, 0.5 pound that week. Sometimes it might be like 0.4 of a pound. Another week it might be 0.6 of a pound. You're kind of looking for these averages. This means in 12 weeks, you can expect to see 6 pounds up to around 12 pounds of weight loss in that time frame. Everybody's going to be different. Some people are going to lose a little bit less. Some people are going to lose a little bit more. 12 pounds on our petite frame actually can look like quite a lot, but I know some of you are thinking, is that it? I've got like 20 or 30 pounds to lose, lady. What are you talking about? So if you are in that camp, this is exactly what you should do. First, you don't actually have to stick to 12 weeks. That is just an average number. You can absolutely keep dieting for way longer if your diet fatigue is very low or almost non-existent. So if you're not really having problems adhering to the calorie deficit, then you can keep going. You can stick to your diet for 16 weeks or 20 weeks. This could mean either something like 8 pounds all the way up to 20 pounds of weight loss if you end up dieting for 20 weeks. Second, you guys, you are allowed to take breaks, and most of you should be taking a break. So you are probably going to take repeated bouts of fat loss phases to actually achieve the leanness that you're looking for. You don't have to lose all your weight in one go, and that's actually counterintuitive. You don't want to do that. You want to break up your dieting phases. So if you are trying to get to 16 or 17% body fat like Gains by Brains or MDJ Fitness, this might take you several dieting phases depending on your starting body fat percentage. How does that work? Simply put, you diet for 12, 16, 20 weeks, whatever you can be adherent and consistent with, and then you take a break. So you might take a 6, 8, or 10 week break where you're bringing your calories back up to estimated maintenance based on your new weight, and you just stay there. And this is to give both your brain and your body a break from dieting. It is a stress and it is a difficult thing on your body to lose fat. Also, for mental sanity, enjoy life a little bit. Have some ice cream, go out to dinner with friends, order in some sushi. Take that time for yourself to relax a little bit around food, actually enjoy food again, so that whenever you are ready to go back into a fat loss phase, you can be a lot more targeted with it. This will ultimately be the most sustainable way for you to reach your ultimate physique goals while staying healthy and happy. Okay, ladies, I hope you found this video really helpful. Please do not forget to like and also subscribe to my channel if you are looking for more fitness for petite women. And I will catch you in the next video.